Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana, and hopefully now on my Junebug Creations 29 business page. Let me just double check because I had gone live and it turned out I was in the A+ vendor event. So yes, here I am on the page, so where I'm supposed to be. Oh man, it is just crazy when you're doing multiple places and doing multiple lives, trying to get it all sorted out. And let's see, what's going on? It stopped. Am I stopped? Am I paused? Here we go. Let's see. All right, it's there. You know, here we go. All right, let's see. I'm not sure why it keeps freezing. Is it freezing on your end? I guess no one's on yet to tell me if it's freezing on your end. All right, I guess we'll see what we can do and get it sorted out. It is what it is. All right, here we go. All right, so today is Thursday. Normally not my paper pumpkin day, but yesterday was just an off day. I think not having a heater and having my Renaud's kind of mess with me. My hands get really cold, my feet get really cold. It's hard to work with your hands when your hands are cold, so then I run to the fireplace to kind of defrost. It's been about a week. It's been a little over a week now, so it's a little bit on the frustrating side. So hopefully they will get that sorted out, get the part in, and come and get it fixed for me. So, I'm hearing lots of barking. Oh, no, not for me. All right, just, it is what it is. Hello, Joanne. Great to have you on here. It is a long time. I mean, we have the gas fireplace in the center, like between the dining room and the living room. So it heats up the dining room nicely in the kitchen. That's all comfortable. The back part of the house is chilly. The classroom where I teach my online, it's like 40 degrees in there because we have the door closed so that the cats don't go in there. And so it's 40 degrees in there because there's no heat. And in here, I now have a space heater from the landlord that is one of those radiator heaters, and I keep that on 24/7 because I didn't want my inks to freeze. It was getting really cold in here, and I'm not comfortable using the little regular space heater all the time, the electric one, just worried about sparks. This is not a room for sparks, right? With all the paper, not a room for sparks. So yeah, it's just been interesting, and yesterday it just kind of took its toll, and all I wanted to do was sit in front of the fireplace and stay warm. And today it's snowing on and off, but I'm comfortable. I took a hot shower, that helped. Should have done that yesterday. I didn't think of it. It is what it is, but hopefully we'll get this sorted out because I've decided I really, really don't like being cold. Not my thing, coming from Arizona, not my thing. But let's get started on our Paper Pumpkin Playdate. Woohoo! All right, so Paper Pumpkin is a monthly, yeah, definitely not. Good morning, Covina. Yeah, it'll get fixed, just not sure when is the problem. All right, so monthly kit, we all love it, right? Joanne, Covina, we love our Paper Pumpkin kit. I'm so excited. And Joanne, I don't know if you got an email from Paper Pumpkin. I just saw it as I was getting in today, that if we make some alternates and take them to onstage with us, we can take one alternate to onstage. They'll show it there, and then they'll choose some to use for their live that month. So we should make some alternates. It looks super fun. You saw that? Did you see that email? I'm so excited. I gotta, with the next kit, not with this kit, with the next kit. Where are my papers? Not this one, not this one. Somewhere. I have one here. Nope, not this one. The kit with the bunny rabbit. Here it is. Ugh. I need to clean off my desk. Here we go. This kit. If we make alternates with this kit, take it to on stage, they will choose a number of them. So you need to check your email. Super exciting. Super exciting. All right, so let's see. All right. Comes to your mailbox once a month. It's a subscription. You don't have to think about it. It's either month to month, which is $24.50, or right now, of course, with Celebration, this is the time to do the prepaid. And if you can swing doing a prepaid, a 12-month prepaid, that is the best bang for your buck. All right, so the 12-month is $243. You pay for 11, you get 12. All right, you get up to 4 free items out of the Celebration brochure, which now added these items to it. I got to send this out in an email today, so you get choices of these and any of these which are in the spring mini or in the annual catalog. And then you will get this wonderful Easter one that's coming. And then in March, their birthday one will be this one where you get an extra stamp set in there. And then you also get $24.30 in Stampin' Rewards. All right. But if you think in increments of 50, because of it being Celebration, and for every $50 you spend in Celebration, you get a free item, you could bump this up to 5 by bumping this up to $2.50. So you could add a take your pick tool if you don't have one, which when you're dealing with kits, this is a lifesaver. It just makes it easier than it already is. That would then give you $25 in free Stampin' Rewards to maybe get a block or two. Maybe get some other tools. You could get the bone folder. Everything's coming at me at once. You could get stamps, you could get paper, you could get whatever else you wanted with that $24.50. And of course, in the free items, there's paper and there's stamps and there's bling and there's ribbon. So, and then there's a punch even. They added a punch. So they added more DSP, the Delightfully Eclectic, the Just Kiddin'. They added 2 stamp sets. They added 2 kits. They added a set of embossing folders. They added the Sweet Thoughts Memory More cards. They added the markers. This is what I'm getting next. And then they added the Dragonfly Punch, which I already have. So lots of free stuff that you can get just by getting a 1-year Paper Pumpkin subscription. So you get a free kit. You get up to 4 gifts or items out of the Celebration brochure. And you get the Stampin' Rewards. You like to add to your Stampin' Blends with your free money, right? Yeah, you could use Stampin' Blends too. That's awesome. All right, so here is our kit for this month. Well, no, this is the January kit. This is the January kit. And you have until Saturday, the 10th, to subscribe to get this kit. All right, so if you want to do it and you want to keep it going, I would. If you're already on a prepaid, you can still prepay for this now, and when that prepaid ends, you put in the code. As long as you keep the code, you can put it in when your current prepaid subscription ends. But I highly recommend the prepaid versus the month-to-month because you're paying more month-to-month. Even if you just did a 6-month one, you'd be saving $3 a month. You'd get 2 free items. You don't get any host rewards, but you'd still get 2 free items. A 3-month, you save $1 a month, and you get 1 free item out of the Celebration. So any of them, 3, 6, or 12, you still get something free out of the Celebration brochure. So it's still a good deal because you get more than what just what you're paying for. All right, so with this kit, we got an ink spot. This is extra. You get an ink spot. In your very first kit, you get a block. I'm going to be using my ergonomic blocks today. If you've been on here before, you've seen the difference. All right, this one's just easier for me to handle. And then we get an ink spot, and I'm going to go ahead and use my regular size one. And then you get stamps exclusive to Paper Pumpkin. You can't get these anywhere else. And then this time around, for January, January, February, and March, they had an add-on where you can go into the store, because once you are a subscriber, you can go in to the past kits and refills section of Paper Pumpkin, and then you can order these things. And these are some dies. You do need a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or some sort of die cutting machine to be able to use these. And then this is what they make. We have love, we have the leaves, and then we have the daffodils, which I'm gonna guess goes into the next kit with the Easter. And so then you can use these in here for your kit making. And then there's also a sentiment piece that we're going to be cutting out today anyway, so you'll get to see that because I used the one I'd already done. And then of course we have our no-fail instructions. Can't beat that. We have 3 different designs, 4 of each. So this time we had 12 projects in the kit. Normally it's either 8 or 9 projects, but this time 12 because one of the cards made also excuse me, bookmarks. On the back it shows you what ingredients come with the kit, the colors that coordinate with the kit, and ideas for other alternates, which I'm thinking of actually making this one next week because it's super cute. All right, so then we have on this page, it shows you which ingredients go with each project that you can then dig out from your box. And then we have our no-fail instructions. And I just really love the no-fail instructions. They're just awesome. So this was the cute little bookmark. And then we have this beautiful card. I love how it's coming out from behind that little window. And then we had this one. And I love this paper. We're using this today, or that card front. And then last week I made, so here I had my first 2 designs. These were the ones I initially had made, but as I often do when I actually make it on the live, then I change it up. So this one I changed to this one by embossing it, and you can see an incredible difference in how it really comes to life with the embossing. And then for this one, I also embossed it and I added the linen thread. So I asked you above on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you like using linen thread on your projects? I love linen thread and there's just so many ways to use it. I'm going to show you another way today. So we're going to use this card base, which was the other side of this card base. All right, let me pull that out here. So this card base came like that. So what I did is I cut it in half. I used this one last week to make the 2 smaller cards, and then we're going to use this one this week. So I'm going to use this, and then we're going to emboss, not emboss, well we are going to emboss. We're going to though die cut this, and then we're going to need those. And we're going to use this. I think I'm going to change it up. I think we're going to use this one. I'll show you my original, but as I often do, I change it up. So I think this time we're going to use this one. And then we're going to be using our linen thread. And that's pretty much it out of the kit. So I am bringing in, though, a card base. Boy, my words are stuck today. 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 11 1/4. So that is our card base in the gorgeous grape. Such an awesome color. Whew. And then we have our inside piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and that'll go on the inside. And then we have this one. Well, it matches the card front. And so we don't want to do that. I want to cut it down so that we have a little bit of border around it. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way and bring in my trimmer so that I can cut it also down to the 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it here first, right here, and then hang on to this, because these are usable. So I'm putting that in my box with the other strips, and then turn this one this way and go 4 inches, and then keep this little quarter piece because we can use this. All right, we'll be using it next week. I'll show you how we can do that. I'm thinking next week also I'm going to bring in some of the coordinating products. So we have here The coordinating products with this kit are the painted lavender, which the dyes are currently unavailable again. This thing is so popular. The dyes are unavailable. So, hold on. Excuse me. All right, so, but the stamps are available. Now, if you can wait, if you're not like, oh my God, I have to have that, then I would wait so you can get it as a bundle, because you get 10% off if you buy it as a bundle. But you'd have to wait and keep track of these, or let me know that you want me to keep track of it, and then I can let you know when they become available again. And then we have the stamps. And then this is the perennial postage, which is all the verbiage, all the sentiments, and then these wonderful postage stamp dies. Okay, so we'll be using some of that next week. And then this paper, I'm going to probably bring some of this paper into play as well. We'll see. I haven't decided. I've got some ideas floating through my head. All right, so the first thing we need to do is take our piece of scrap white paper. Where's my scrap white paper? There it is. My scrap white paper and my ink. And I like to put my ink up here so I don't put my hand in it. And then we're going to do the, oh, actually I did bring in this stamp set. We're using the You're Simply Marvelous stamp set. Let's see. Here we go. I did bring it in. I didn't remember that I did. So we're using the You're Simply Marvelous stamp set from the Perennial Postage. And then we'll pick that up with this one. Going to stamp it. And I like to just kind of stamp it and leave it on there so it can really soak up that purple. All right, so the paper soaks up that purple. And then we're going to bring in our, whoop, did I already grab it? I did already grab it. We're going to die cut that. All right, and then we're going to emboss this. So let's bring these out of the way, bring over our machine. All right, so let's go ahead and emboss first. So I am today using my absolute favorite embossing folder. Had to think of the word. Painted texture. I like it. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, and thank you. I like this because to me it makes, when it's artwork like this, it makes it look like a painting. So I like to use this embossing folder for this. All right. You're on your lunch? Sweet. 60 degrees. I saw that you guys were going to be 60 degrees. It actually, on my thing, it said 61, but how sweet is that? I'm sure my son is loving it. He said it was stinking cold there for a while. We talked to him this morning. He's trying to figure out what to do for spring break. So he has to pay $160 if he wants to stay in the dorm for that week, but then he'd be alone because all his friends are leaving. So he's trying to decide if he wants to go see family that's either 8 hours away or 11.5 hours away, or if he wants to fly home, which would be a whole lot more. All right, look at that. I love that texture. It's very subtle, but it gives it that look of a painting. So then we're going to stick, oh, not this side. Let's start on this side. We're going to stick this in here. And Kathy, have you been playing with your new stuff that you ordered? All right, so we're going to line that up. Put this on here. Push that down and then run it through. And I love how it just runs through easy. Sometimes I'll bring it back just because I'm lazy, but that's not a must. And then it's all cut. Let's get this out of the way, this honking thing. All right. So now this would fit through the mini, but the embossing folder that did this does not. That's why I just brought over the big machine. So there we go. I like how it is stitched. It looks stitched around the edges. I don't know, does it look, is it dark to you? It looks almost dark to me, but I have lots of lights shining in my face, so let me know if it's dark. When I look up on the screen, it looks dark, but I don't know if it's just because I have lights at me, coming at me. All right, no, I guess it doesn't look too light to you, too dark. All right. So, all right, so we have this, we have this, we have this, we have our envelope. We need this back. We're going to stamp on here and on here. We're going to stamp this greenery piece. Did I stamp anything else on the inside? Just checking. No, I didn't. All right, so then we have our ink. And we want to stamp our envelope as well. Pick this up, flip that over, pick this up with our block. And then we're going to stamp here and stamp here. And then I'm going to, okay, so I need to stamp off, but when you have something that goes off, you don't want to double stamp, all right, because then your dark place will show. The part that didn't get, there you go. I like that. See, I like stamping off. Let me show you what I mean here. All right, so I'm inking it all up, but when I put it on here, I'm only inking on part of it, but you can see here how this is still dark. Well, if I stamp again, that's going to be darker and this is lighter. All right, so that's why I was re-inking, stamping off, and then stamping again to give that depth there. The lighter one looks like it's behind it and a little farther away. But if you stamped what wasn't stamped on the first one, it would show up dark the second time because the ink hadn't been used. So let me put this out of the way. We've got that done. Let's put our card together. All right. I don't know why I have a frog in my throat. I was fine all morning long until I came in here. And then all of a sudden the frog started. So, and sorry for the sniffling. The sneeze started that. All right, so we want to make sure we have that the right way around. We want to make sure our card is opening this way. Otherwise, it's one of those cards that goes to your mom or your mother-in-law, someone who can laugh, or your best friend, someone who can laugh at you when you put the card on the wrong way. Yes, I have those. All right, and so this one's just going to go here, except before we do that, we need to use our linen thread, because we're going to create a design with the linen thread. So then what I like to do, you could use the glue dot that comes in the kit if you want, but I'm going to use a little piece of Terran tape, and I'm going to put a piece of Terran tape on the back over here, and on the back over here, just to help hold my linen thread where I want it. I'm going to use my take a pick tool to pull that off. All right, so I'm going to start with my linen thread. Let me count. So I'm going to start with my linen thread here, and I'm going to run this around, and I'm going to go diagonally across. I'm going to bring it back over here and go diagonally across, and then bring it over here and go diagonally across, and then diagonally across like that. All right, and then I'm going to cut it on the back side. All right, so let me show you. So on the back, it's not as pretty, but on the front, I purposely did diagonals so that it's crisscrossing. All right, do you see that? How it's crisscrossing? Everybody say crisscross. Hi, Missy. That's okay. There's always the replay to catch the beginning. So, does everyone see that? Everybody say crisscross if you can see the crisscrossing of the linen thread to give it that nice little pattern. Isn't that cute? I love how that looks. I almost don't want to cover this part because it's so pretty, but I am covering that part, sadly. Okay, so Joanne can see it. You can see the crisscross. Okay, a little bit is fine. We can see everything. Okay. All right, you can see the crisscross. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, I did not use dimensionals on it, but I'm going to this time because you know how I am. I change it up. Now I'm going to put this over it some more, but not take off the sticky part, just to help make sure that those stay in place and they don't come off. So I'm just using it to hold it in place. All right, so I'm rubbing it in. I'm not taking off the paper. All right, that way it just holds it in place so that the front stays like that. Then we're going to use dimensionals, and I have some borders here, so I'm going to use these borders because it just makes it easier. All right. So we'll use this one here. And I guess I could have used the border off of here. Oh, I see I've used some borders, but there's not that much, so I figure I'll just use the border off of this one. Sometimes I actually like getting rid of the border first and then using the little pieces, the little dimensionals. Sometimes I like doing that first. I didn't cut that very well. Let's tear that apart. Take that off. All right. And then we'll use the side ones because it almost fits perfectly. It's sticking. Ooh, on this one it really does. You don't even need to. You'll just have to add a couple pieces here in the center to keep it from sagging, because we're going to be adding the, and I'll just take that from this one and use that. Apparently I did not cut it well enough. All right, so there, now I have that. It's also going to hold it in place, the linen thread, but it's also going to keep it from sagging because we don't like saggy fronts. Alrighty, so here we go. Make sure your flowers are upright. Then we're going to stick this on here like that. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of here. And I'm going to go ahead and put 3 because we are going over the linen thread and I want to make sure it sticks. I don't want anything to fall off my card, right? You don't want it to fall apart when the person gets it, because that would just be not cool. All right, so now before I stick that down though, I want to use my leaves, but I need to cut them apart because I don't want just one, I want some on each side. So what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to cut, did it cut? It cut. I'm going to cut along that leaf. Now it's going to be covered, so you're not going to be able to see it, all right? So I'm going to be doing this, like that. All right, so what I can do already is put the glue dots on the back of the leaves so that it holds well. So I'll put one there and one here. And then on this one, I'm going to put one here and one here, and I think I'm going to put one up there just to make sure. We don't, like I said, we don't want anything to fall off, we don't want anything to move, in shipping when you're sending the card, so that when your person gets the card, they have the whole shebang. You know, they don't want to have to put the card back together. There's nothing worse with that. We used to have a tape runner that the cards didn't hold the cards very well, and so when if I made the cards in advance and then went to send them, the card would be falling apart. And I did have one person say that my card fell apart by the time it got to them, so I stopped using that tape runner. All right. Okay, so now I want to look at that, and I'm going to put, here we go, I'm going to put that like that right here, and then I know that this one is going to go over here, so I'm just going to stick that like that, and then we have that. Oop, that's not centered, is it? Yikes! It's stuck to one of my leaves. No. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. So, there we go. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, so you can see here I used the other one. Take this out of here. I use the other leaves, and I have these a little bit wider than I did on this one, but essentially the same. And then of course I flip-flopped where I had the 2 and the 1, and then of course I put the 1 on dimensionals and 1 not on dimensionals. So pretty much the same, but just a little bit of changes. And this is, I'm not sure why this is curved. That's a little wonky. This one's nice and straight. Oh, this one's nice and straight because I put edge pieces on it instead of having the ones down the middle. So that may be why. I might have to change that, because that's going to bug me because it's all a little bit wonky. I like wonky to a point. All right, so what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Like it? All right. Missy, she did with painted texture. Yes, painted texture. You like glue for that? You like glue for what, Kathy? For gluing the piece down, or for the leaves? I'm not sure what you were talking about. Let's see. Yeah, I love this background paper, this card front. I think it's just so pretty. I love the multicolored flowers and everything. I just really like that. Now, it looks similar in a way, I was thinking, but maybe not. We have this one. No, because there's no yellow. And these flowers are colored here. I don't think we have any that are that multiple colored in here. Let's see. Here's one. But I think it still doesn't. It has multiple colors, but it doesn't have the yellow. I do like the yellow, and I like this on the white background. It really makes those colors pop. So these are gorgeous papers. Don't get me wrong. They're super gorgeous papers. But I really like the brightness of this. So that is all I have for you today, is the one card. So play with your kits. Try something new. Cut them apart. Do all kinds of things, and just try anything new that you like. All right? Mix and match and have fun with it. So I will see you again next week. Yes, because today's Thursday. I'll see you again next week. And if you want more lives, you can catch me over on the A+ vendor event. There is a link in one of the other posts. It's got purple, I think it is, on it. Let me look. Is it purple? It is. It's got hearts. It's like a dark purpley black. It's got all kinds of hearts. Missy's over there with 31. I'm over there with Stampin' Up, so you can come check it out and join us. Plus, there's plenty of other vendors over there as well. So thank you. You don't see a difference in the sentiment? Oh, okay. So this is just kind of tipped. Oh, can't see it if I don't flip the camera, right? This one is kind of tipped up. It kind of curves up, and this one is flat. So, and you may not be able to see it there. You can see it. It's more curved up. So that's going to bug me. I'm going to have to put a dimensional under there or something, because it's going to bug me. And who knows, maybe it's just my eyesight. I can get that way sometimes. So thank you so much for joining me, Missy, Kathy, Covina, and Joanne. I trust you have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget, if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you have until the 10th to get in on the bunny rabbit one. Where is it? On this one. Till the 10th. All right? So, see you all next time. Bye-bye.